Okay, so normally if you check the information here, you would have
So
thought,
sorry,
can you,
I'm hearing AI talking. Okay, it's off.
okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
right, so if you check this column and the number of missing values, it's almost as if all of the columns are complete except for joining month. But then it's always important for us to check each of the columns, because if you look at these unique values of the first month column, you would observe something here. We have a decimal point. A decimal point, even though it's a value, it's not consistent with the other values. All right, cannot work without it. And remember, at the end of the day, we'd want to train a model, right? Train and test. So we cannot actually work with these values. We need to ensure that everything here is consistent in terms of the number of decimal places, consistent in terms of yeah, in terms of the number of decimal places. You can also find here that we have 15.2, which is a number with one decimal place. And as I said earlier, we have what's it called? We have a decimal point here. So um let's check what was the instruction again. Okay, so we are trying to calculate the number of missing values for the first month. All right, so um which cell should I use? Is this multiple cell? Uh, how did you do this, Usman? Okay, let me see if I can just. Gosh, I don't want to spoil this notebook. It's fine. All right, so we want to see how we can calculate the number of missing values for first month. All right, so this would be. Oh, excuse me. So we can use the negation. So we can say df first month is in. Can you guys still see my screen?
No, we could not see it.
I
You,
can
you can.
see it too.
Oh wow. Some persons cannot see my screen. Oh,
I can see your screen.
okay, you can. Okay.
I can't see anything.
Are you using a mobile phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your PC with you? Is your PC with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just log out and log in back. Maybe it's network.
Yeah, maybe you just do that. Maybe just do that. So
I can't like.
um, on to the initial task, which is as Mr. Usman said, which is not part of the task for the practical exam, but then you find it in the real practical exam. So we want to find the number of missing values columns first month. But then the challenge we have here is that first month is not actually do not have missing values in that sense. All that we have are what's it called? All that we have are inconsistent values. Like this is 15.3, 16.2. We have this. So what we do is would have to replace every decimal point with 0. All right, and then round it up. Okay, we have already done this already. All right, so I don't want to repeat. It's as though he had written the code already. Mr. Usman, how did you put up this? Sorry, please hold on. I wasn't the one that prepared this notebook, so it's kind of confusing. I want to know what. Right. Mhm. Okay. Let me continue with this cell. All right. So we want to. So first and foremost, let's take it. So the first thing we'll do is we'd have to ensure that everything is actually um, as it should be. So to ensure that the this in floats, then we replace this zero. All right. But let's do it one by one.
This cause
Mhm. Let me run this again, please. What's wrong? Not convert string to float. Not convert string to float. Okay.
guy, the 1.8.
So that one, I think the float is meant to be as with quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
1.8 million naira.
Please, can you
Yeah,
mute?
nah. Shout, guys.
Uh, mm.
Shout.
I'm not writing well.
1.8 million naira. Yeah, nah. Shout, guy.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. All right. All right. So where are you now? All right. So then okay, we can just to continue, or let's come here. Did we import numpy? Okay, yes, we did. Mhm. Yeah, let's run that too. All right. Then let's see how this looks like first.
Yeah, çok mu?
Mm, okay. Let's see how some. Okay. Not to do anything. All right. So what's the question again? We should specify the number of missing values in this column. The numbers are many, so we cannot be able to. Missing in values. Oh, okay.
Ha. E. E. Organiza. Ha. Não sei se vai.
Please, whoever it is,
Ha.
can you please mute your mic, please? Okay. Okay, so we have 0 values. Sorry, missing first month, not missing value, whatever the case. All right, so let's go to task 1. It says, okay, so we need to clean our data. We are going to check each of the columns one after the other. The code has already been written, but we just have to. So we want to check for the unique values of spend, but let's do it one after the other. All right. Okay, you can see this is empty, this is empty. So we have to ensure that everything is consistent. So to do that, okay, let me wipe this off. So, all right. So we've checked the unique values for spend. So first and foremost, we'll have to fill the oh sorry. Right. Okay. Sorry, please hold on a bit. All right. So we'll have to fill with 0. Oh, sorry. 0, and then ensure that we have a float. All right. Then we round up, ensure that everything is actually rounded up to decimal place. All right. Okay, so a comment was made here. It says since the data type is float, that's for spend, missing values will be NA. The hardest missing values you get are those of strings. So let's see if let's see if we have a change.
Set zero fifty. Wọ́n ṣe báyìí.
Then let's see now. So yeah. So we have, why don't we have them fixed? Yeah. We have them fixed. Let's why don't we have this fixed? I didn't define this. All right. This is 10. Okay. Let's hide this. So we've done for this. We've actually checked for the unique values in the next month. Let's go to the next these are the unique values. Items in first month, 5, 14, 7, 8, 13. There are no discrepancies here. So what we just do is to fill if there are any NA, but I doubt there are. We're just going to ensure that it is actually integers. All of the values here are integers, and that any missing value is filled with 0. We are actually preparing our data for each of the columns. All right. Just like all right. So we do the same for region. So let's see the unique values for region. We have Asia, Pacific, Middle East, Africa, Europe, and America. All right. So okay. Again, we ensure that missing values are filled with unknown. Let's check for loyalty years. We have 5 to 10, 0 to 1, 10 plus, 3 to 5, 1 to 3. It's actually not ordered, but then we'll get to that later. So with field missing values with 0 to 1. So loyalty years, this is a categorical data, so it's an object. This is not an integer, neither is it a float, so it's an object. So we'll leave it that way. Let's check the unique values for the joining month, November, February, December. So this is more like an object, all right. But we should convert it to a string. We should convert it to a string. So okay, I think it's better this way. Since it's categorical, so it's categorical. Let's leave it this way. Let's leave it as an object. The last column. Mm. So can we say that we are, how many unique values do we have here? We have 4, but then in the real sense we have 2 unique values, no and yes. But because we have, but because we have some no that are in capital letter, and we have some yes written in capital letter, it looks as though we have 4 unique values, but we only have 2. So to solve this, we are going to use the syntax str dot title.
Make everything capital.
Yeah, so this what this str dot title does is it ensures that um everything is actually converted to a proper noun, if you like. If I wrote lower here, it means that everything would be in small letter. Alright, if I written upper, it means that everything would be in capital letter and number of unique values would reduce. But then using title means we want it to be in a proper noun format. So let's check. Alright, we have 2 unique values now. That's good. Okay, so I would have loved to check the frequency. Let's check the frequency of yes and no. Um, okay. Sorry, hold on.
That is 450k each.
Please, can you mute your mic, please? Okay. No, I didn't do this well. 72. That's wrong. Well, that's by the way. I was just trying to check the number of yes and no that we have. All right. So, okay. Okay. What's going on? I thought we just converted this to string. Oh, no. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So we are filling this with no. So in case we have any missing, okay. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's the difference? Okay. All right. So we want to clean our data. I wish this was not here. So let's take it off. Hello? 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 Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was okay. Sorry. I'm actually on the session. I just had to take over from you. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm just trying to follow up with the notebook. I did not look at it before now, so I'm just trying to follow up to see where I can get to. Is where I'll just do what I can do. Yeah. Okay. 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 It's all right. All right. All right. You said? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I had to communicate with Mr. Usman. All right. I'm very, very sorry. I had to communicate with Mr. Usman. So he's having network issues due to his current location. So I'll just proceed with where we can get to. Attendance form will be shared. I'll proceed to where we can get to. I know many of us are eager, so I'll just continue. It's very difficult to actually explain someone else's code. I did not get this notebook before now. He prepared the notebook. Although he has promised to do a walkthrough, a walkthrough video, all right, and paste it. All right, okay, so hold on, let me get the form for the attendance. Sorry, hold on, please. All right, so I pasted the um, attendance form. All right, so let's continue with our code. Um, so I'll just have to use. So we want to create a function. All right, let's create a function that can clean our data. Let's create a function that can clean our data. But first, before we create that function, we'll have to okay, in the function, we'll have to create a copy of the data. Just um, actually, there are different ways to actually clean data. Okay, there are different ways to clean data, but the best way to do it is actually to use a function. To actually use a function, right? It makes your code cleaner and more mature, all right, than writing it singly, all right? Makes it more mature. Okay, so let's call our let's you create a function.
Sorry, sir. Are you moving to tax two?
You said yes. I'm not. I'm still in tax one. So this we are actually trying to clean the data. All right.
Okay.
So I want to save the clean data with a data frame named clean data. All right. So
Okay.
to do that, yes. But to do that, I would have to of course I have to clean the data. All right. And then save it. Okay. Let's proceed. Let's continue. So where am I? Okay, let's name our function. Okay, I'm just trying to fit in everything to what Mr. Osman did, so that because he's still going to do a walkthrough. Um, okay. Um, to, let's name this, it will be equal to, let's create a copy. All right, copy of our data. What needs cleaning? Let's say, so mind you, I created a copy from the original data set, which is DF Rango. The reason why I'm doing that is so that we can still make reference to the original data set, so that we can have cleaned data and uncleaned data. I don't know if you get. All right, so I want to create a copy of the messy data. All right, so but it still has the same column. All right, Rango. So let's say spend. All right. Majorly we did that in the tax zero, but we might just have to do it again. All right. We might just have to do it again. So would np dot round df rango spend. I'm sorry. Must type floats. Yeah. Um, that's for spend. Then for first month. Um, why we are doing this for this two? Because when we were initially, we discovered that there were some discrepancies, GLE, some discrepancies, first month. Okay, so I think for this we replaced. Okay, so that will be clean. We replaced no, replaced, yeah, with zero, right? The type notes, notes. Oops, still NE with zero. Okay. What else are we cleaning? Okay, so remember we are rounding this, so we're rounding it to the decimal place. Right? Yep. Okay. That's that for first month. What are we cleaning again? Cleaned item. What's the name of that column again? Item first month. Yeah, you. Okay. So this we are just going to fill is equal to Okay. Here. 0. What kind of this was this? Okay, it's an integer. So you say as type int. Yeah. What else are we cleaning again? We're cleaning region. Yeah, region. Cleaning region. Region. Well, all we're doing in region is just to fill it with the unknown in case we have unknown. Is that correct? Don't know why data lab is not doing suggestions for me. They want me to be typing everything. So what is the next? After region, we have loyalty years. Let's save our time. Okay, oops, that was afraid of. Okay, the same thing here for loyalty years too. If we check, let's check what's the unique value again. Loyalty years. Where are you? Okay, 0, 1. What's the next? Joining month. I'll just copy this. Remember, this is a function, so that we just call our function and everything is fixed. Oh, I didn't do something well. Yeah. Please, I forgot to do something. I forgot to create a variable because I don't do this. It won't work. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. What's the just this here? Yeah. Yeah. What is left? Promotion, Abby. Is anybody still here? Let me be sure I'm not alone. There's just one voice.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Okay. So they are sick. We are still cleaning. So let's be patient. Um, promotion. Oops. Sorry. Promotion. Basically, we are just filling with unknown, right? Just filling with unknown. Okay, this was the one that had yes and no. Okay, so it was the one that had yes and no. Oops. Title, then would then fill, then you have converted to string. No, no. All right, I think we have done cleaning all of the spend, first month, item, region, yeah. All right, so return, you know, return df to triangle, yeah, underscore angle. All right, so remember our function is taking an argument df. All right. Let's first hit this first. What's the error? All right. Okay, have I already done this? So remember they said where is the task? We should name our data frame clean data. So our clean data so remember df is actually the variable name for our data frame. So we now want to call this function. So we say we call the function wrangle data using the argument df. All right, so this is our clean data. All right. What's wrong? I'm only using string values. Yes, that's what's wrong. Uh, but this passed, no? If you want to stress me, what did I do wrong here? Oh, guys, is there anything I'm not seeing that you guys are seeing? The error occurred because it's not going to be going. What did they now change? These people look. What's the difference between what they did? Okay, okay, okay. So we are supposed to do this, but it's still the same. Okay, still the same to them. All right, so let's run this. Okay, I think we are good. Next. So we can see our data complete. So let's move to task 2. Any question? So for all we just did was to clean data. This all this just to ensure that our data this is what we call data preprocessing, or maybe yeah, just to ensure that our data is actually um, complete. All right, so let's go to task 2. Task 2 says the team blah blah blah. Okay, so we should produce a table showing the difference in the average spend by number of years. Let's take this off. So we understand what they want us to do. Okay, so they said we should produce a table showing the difference in the average spent by number of years in the loyalty program, along with the variance to investigate this question for the team. You start with the data in the file loyalty.csv, blah blah blah. Loyalty should be data frame spent by year. We should include the 3 columns, loyalty years. Check something. Loyalty years, average spend, VAR spent. The answer should be rounded to 2 decimal place. All right, so they are telling us to do something. They're telling us to find the average spend by number of years. So for every number of years, we want to find the average price and the variance. So what we are going to do is we are going to be aggregating. All right. So yeah, we said we should. So please hold on a bit. Let me just power my PC. So please give us some minutes, please. Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to power my PC so that I was able to finish up. All right, so let's continue. I'm very sorry. Okay, so how do we do this? Very simple. We group by. Remember, we are doing an aggregation. All right, so we are grouping by what? We are grouping by. So we should include these 3 columns: loyalty years. So we are grouping by loyalty years. Grouping by loyalty years. Let's spell that correctly. Which is part of the column in our data frame. All right. Okay. Are we together? All right. So now we want to do something. All right. We want to do something, and we'll be aggregating. All right. But what are we aggregating on? Remember, when you are grouping by, what you are grouping by is always in this kind of column. But what you are aggregating is in this kind of column. Never forget that. All right, we're aggregating spend. Remember, spend is part of our column. Then we aggregate. So let's call it average spend. All right, to be equal to a mean, and very spend will be equal to, how's it written again? Okay, I think, yeah, okay. So they said that our answer should be in two decimal place. So let's round it up. NP dot round. I like to do this so that, yeah. And let's check our data frame. What's the error? Error. Oh, please, you guys should help me. You guys should be my second eye. I've not eaten since morning. So if I write R, I'm supposed to be E, tell me. If I write E, I'm supposed to be R, tell me. All right, so let's view it. Okay, so we've grouped by loyalty years. So from 0 to 1 in the company, we have an average spend of 110. From 1 to 3 years, we have for those persons that have stayed in the company or that have been loyal to international essentials. All right. Now, looking at this, what can we say? I need somebody to give me an insight, a very beautiful insight from this aggregation. Somebody give me a beautiful insight from this aggregation. As a data, of course, a data scientist should also think like an analyst. So without any visualization, what can you tell me from this aggregation that we just did? Somebody, anybody? Nobody's here. Am I alone? Am I alone?
Yeah, you're not alone, sir. You're not alone. We are still looking at the.
There's nothing to look at now. I've done the aggregation myself. All right. So just look at, there's something that is very obvious from the output now, just the output. What can you tell me? Look at the loyalty years, look at the average spend, look at the variance. Okay, so it's not part of the exam and so nobody's answering. If you check, it means that the highest average spenders are those who have stayed between 5 to 10 years. That's just what I wanted to hear, because we have it as the highest value, right? So it means that those who are loyal, who have been loyal to this service of this company between the years of 5 to 10 have the highest average spend. Yeah, average, yeah, highest average price or highest average spend. So that's, by the way, we are not. So we've done tax 2. It's very easy. Okay, we can reset index. Let me reset it here. Let's reset the index so that index. Okay. All right. So tax 3, fit a baseline model to predict the spend over the year for each. Okay. I just have to remove this so that we start afresh. And this. Oh, and this too. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, let me get here. Are you still here? Are you still here?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So now it's getting tougher now. So we want to fit in our model using this data, this CSV file. They've given us the CSV file. Normally, um, on a normal data science project, you actually have to okay, they'll actually give you a train data and a test data. Yeah, we give you a train data and test data, but maybe for them. Okay, so we need to import some libraries. Okay, we use oh, yeah, my so we use scikit-learn. Sorry, so from sklearn that's model. What am I doing? All right, model is it model? No, model selection. We import the train test splits. Also import our linear regression because we'll be using it as that's the model we'll be using. There's random forest. There is dot dot what again? That should be the linear model. Please, I hope I'm correct. To we're doing this together, all right? Yeah, thank you to the lab. Okay, I need the reach. So yes, I need the reach. What else? What else is left? What else is left? Yes. How do we how do we evaluate? Will we be able to evaluate if we have uh, report cross val or thank you very much. Randomize, yes. Thank you very much. Oh, I did not put. Uh, okay, let's see. Okay, are we? That all? Okay. Is anything that's needed? So let's. Oh no, our train data or train df will be equal to is in CSV. So let's convert to data frame pd dot what again? How this? Sometimes you can actually forget the simplest of code syntax. Please don't cram syntax. So That's why we have um, suggest train.cv, CSV, then our test df, go to read CSV. Oh, Maureen, I hope you're following. Are you here?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. All right. So, mm, what do we do now? So we'll have to do some extraction. Do we have a date time? Sorry. Okay. Okay. So let's see our data set first. Let's see this. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Ah, QD. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? No such file or directory. Ah, God, that time. Okay, these are train data. Let's check our test data. Okay, now we're going to do something. We are going to get dummies. Yeah. So we are going to so there is we have about 4 columns that would actually use. All right, we will use what we call categorical columns. Yeah, so I'm going to use our region, going to use our loyalty years, joining months, and promotion, and then we want to encode. We want to encode this column. So how we do that? Uh, let's create get dummies. Sorry, an underscore. Get done. Is it double? Get dummies. Region. Maybe. So who can tell me why we are using? Who can tell me the function of this pandas library get dummies? Anybody?
We are doing one hot encoding. It's
Uh,
for these categorical variables. We're
okay.
trying to make it in a way suitable for machine learning, like
All right.
ethics.
Okay. Thank you very much. We don't actually do it on all columns. We do it on categorical columns, just as you said. All right. Thank you. So let me just copy this. We're out of time. Oh, 07. I guess. Uh, joining month. Oh, joining DF. There's no time. Then I think promotion too. Promotion is categorical. LT. Oh, please, next time, man, when you are coding, please ensure that you have eaten. Ensure there's glucose in your brain. This is promotion. Right. Okay, so let me use the same variable that this man used. I think he used this. Mr. Oswald will still have to do a walkthrough, all right? So more like 2 explanations. You get it. Um, so I want to do something. Um, Now I've actually done a one-hot encoding for the 4 categorical columns that I need for my model. But I want to bring them together. These are 4 data frames, so I want to combine them into one data frame. All right, so anybody, what do I do?
Put them inside curly braces.
Okay, I should put them inside what?
Curly braces, like
Coily, coily bracket. Is that what you mean?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, Not really. We use we actually use this.
How about you use categorical cards? Yes.
Yes, yes. So we're going to join everything. What are we concatenating? We are concatenating. First, we're concatenating DF. Okay, in data. Yep, DF. Then region. No, sorry. DF.
Sorry, are you not supposed to drop those columns from the main data frame first?
I'll drop them. I'll drop
Okay.
them. Mm. Thank you for the observation. It's supposed to be. We have here. That's the inside. So axis column, then drop. What columns am I dropping? I'm dropping region. Abi? You know, layout C, no. Layout C.
Yes. Yeah. See.
Layout C.
Or is the keyword arguments columns or subsets? I'm not sure.
It's columns because we're actually dropping, so we are indicating what columns to drop.
Oh, okay.
Subsets. Then what's the last promotion? Promotion comes from the Lord. I think we are good. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what. Let's see. Train dummy.
Sorry, sir. I have a question though. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
My
Uh,
question is that is it possible, or I think it is, like, yeah, yes, the way you did it, like for each column we did PD that get comments and we
mhm.
drop and this. Okay. Is it possible to do it as a one line something like PD dot get comments, then you put these columns that in the data set, like you do the PDs like DF, then you mention the column names, then you do your drop first, then you can now do in place equals to true. I don't know. Like if there's any way to simplify this step by step process.
Okay. I hope I got your question. So you meant instead of us to do it singly, like region, blah blah blah, we should have done it like we'd have done it at once, Abi. I want to get what you mean. Yes, we can actually do that. We can actually do that. Would use yes, we can actually do that. Would actually use the argument columns to actually indicate what columns to. Sorry about that. What columns to actually encode? Yeah, we can actually, we can. But I think this is uh, cleaner because there are some cases where it might be, let's say, um, let me have, excuse me. So another way to do that is actually maybe to create a variable, all right, and indicate the. This is what I mean. Maybe with a variable like maybe category, category DOM, right, and then we make this and we include region, blah 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 blah. Then when we now come to this place, when we now want to use this, we just use one Okay, maybe I'll do it that way so that you see what I'm saying. Hmm. Yeah, actually, so there's nothing wrong in doing this way, but maybe to make your code cleaner, if you like. You can I wish we can do something during the week. It's already 8 o'clock. But nonetheless, let's just say df encode. Maybe let's get dummies. Alright, so in this place now we can say a df, alright, and then you can now use the columns equal to cat dom, alright, then drop first. Yeah, we can do it this way. Alright, so that instead of this long. So if we do it this way, then there's no need for us to actually do this. Right, so in that case, let me just name this string dummies. So this can work. I don't know if I answered the question. I guess this is what you meant. I guess this is what you meant. Are you still there?
I think this is what she meant. But can you run it?
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Why is it showing double? Okay, this one is the old. Okay, so the first one I have. Let's just hold on. Is there something here? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ah,
Okay, yes, this is what I meant. Yeah.
okay. Thank God. Let me remove this so that we have an idea. So, mind you, I'm very sorry that I'm doing all of this. I wasn't the one that prepared this notebook. I'm just working with what I have. Transform data. No, we don't need to use. Okay, the function would have been better, right? Yeah, all right. Oops. Okay. Oh, we don't go to the tax form. Maybe we'll stop at tax 3. All right. So, um, the next thing to do is to now choose our X and Y for our train data. Let's train the data. So remember that So what are we trying to predict? Our Y would be, let's check again. To predict the spend. What are we predicting? The spend. So it means that our Y will be the spend. Our Y will be the spend column. Since that's what you're trying to predict. And then our X would be whatever. So let's go X. X equal to what? What do we use as a real train dummies? All right. Train dummies. For this time around, we only need every other columns aside from spend. So in that case, we're going to use this column. No columns equal to imagine. Let's spell this. Okay. Spend a bit. Then yeah. Then our Y would be train. Data lab is no longer giving suggestions to me. Did I offend you guys? Did I offend you guys? Are we good here? So let's now train. Let's split data. So we'll call our X train from our. No, let's do X train X text. Sorry, where I wrote this twice. Any questions so far? Because this is where we stop at the time. Well, white test. So did we import? Okay, yeah, we did train test. Split train test split. X and Y. X, Y. What again? Yes, my text size. Let me use 0.35. No, 0.35. No, 0.3 is okay. Then is it appropriate to use? Mostly use 42. 41. No, 42 is better. 2. All right. All right. So let me run this. Okay. Let's go to that cell. Let's initialize lane rank equal to did I import linear regression? Okay, I did. So regression. Okay, so what do we do next?
You fit it.
Okay,
Fit
go
with
ahead.
the S string.
A round of applause. That's dot fit, right? What
S
should be
string,
here?
Y string.
Is it X and Y or X and Y, X train and Y train? Which?
S string and Y string.
Why is it not X and Y? Why is it not X and Y?
Okay, sorry, I did not even see it. X, then Y. Yes.
I actually confused you. It's the X train and Y train.
Wait,
Then
I'm
what?
even confused first.
Oh, I confused you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
So we are predicting that
Okay, just
predict.
predict bracket S test.
Okay, what's X test? All right. Very good. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes.
All right. Okay, how do we? Oh, there's no way to. There's no way to. There's no way to what you call evaluate this scale. Dot what
It's
is it?
not the matrix.
You said? Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
the
The matrix. Yeah,
that's
thank
the
you.
matrix.
Matrix import. So let's
Mean
use
squared
mean
error.
squared
Mean squared error.
squared error.
Then R2 squared.
Are we
Or
going
which
to use
one
that?
does it get?
Uh,
R2 squared.
okay. Are we going to use that to square? Are we going to use that to square?
Uh, Not really. No, it's not necessary because they said we have to get our roots, our RM, our roots mean square error. Oh, they never long. So I think it's just mean squared error that we need. Unless you also want to check accuracy as well.
Let's just use this. So um in squared. So once we evaluate this, we call it a night. Then before we come to our test data, by qubits. Sorry. It's not defined. It's not defined. It's not defined. Oh, oh, what's ah?
I think it should be root mean squared error.
No, root mean squared error. Isn't that when you, after calculating your mean squared error, you now do square root? This nonsense. Will do.